The second king is a title tag. So the HTML format of a title tag looks something like this. You'd have the word title in brackets, you then have your title tag text between that, and then you'd have another title closing bracket with a / at the end. So a title tag in Google would be this part. So this is actually the title tag for my very own page on ClickSlice, targeting the keyword SEO Consultant London. You can see the text right here at the top in blue. This is going to be your title tag. So it's the main heading text that shows in the Google search results. And this page actually ranks #1 in Google for this keyword, SEO Consultant London. So what are the best practices you should be following when it comes to writing a title tag? Well, again, you want to have your keyword research spreadsheet to hand, as you want to be using that as a guide to write in the perfect title tag. So the first thing you want to do is try and get your keyword towards the front of the title tag. You also want to make sure you write naturally. I've lost count on how many people just create these spammy title tags and they just try and keyword stuff it with every keyword on their spreadsheet, which is not the way to go. You also want to try and include single words and variations too. So that can relate to words like saw and saws, which would be my first two keywords, best table saw and best table saws. Again, different variations of the same word, single and plural. That helps increase relevancy for both keywords. You want to make sure you do not repeat any words in the URL as well. That is something you definitely do not want to be doing. When you repeat words, you can very easily over-optimize the page. The fifth thing which you want to make sure you do is you keep your title tag under 60 characters in length. If you go over that, your title tag can get truncated and actually cut off, meaning Google will not show what you've actually crafted. They'll just show something else which they think is a good fit. Keep it under 60 is a good way to avoid that from happening. And my final tip is to include title modifiers. So I hear you shouting at your screen, what are title modifiers? Well, no worries, I've got a dedicated slide for that. But essentially, title modifiers are extensions to your title tag which make your title more click-worthy. So let me give you some examples. You could have a title modifier of everything you need to know, or the truth revealed. Can you see how adding this to your title tag is going to make it more click-worthy and stand out from the crowd? I've got a lot more suggestions you can use when it comes to creating your title tag. And of course, you can create your own ones as well based on your specific niche. But pretty much the whole goal here is to make our title more click-worthy. So taking all of this into consideration, let's look at an example of what I would use for a title tag in this exact example. In fact, I'll run through two different title tags to show you how there isn't any right or wrong one. So the first one would be Best Table Saws 2022, the ultimate guide for all budgets. This would be a solid title tag as I have my keyword towards the front of the title tag. It's written naturally, it doesn't repeat any of the words, it's under 60 characters, and it includes a title modifier. So a really good solution. I've actually included the word budget, and if you look at the keyword research spreadsheet on the left hand side, you can see there's a keyword right here for best cheap table saw. The word budget is a different variation of the word cheap. So again, always good to include different variations of the word as well, even if the word is not listed on your sheet. As long as it's a relevant term for the same thing, you are good to go. To give you another example of what I mean by that, well, the word car and the word vehicle, they mean exactly the same thing, but they're two different word variations. So here's another example of a title tag. Best Table Saws, the ultimate guide for DIY contractors. Again, I've got the keyword towards the front of the title tag as that carries more weight. I've got a title modifier in there as well, the ultimate guide, and I've managed to include two different types of keywords. I've got DIY and I've got another word for contractors as well, which is actually listed down quite a lot on the spreadsheet. And funny enough, a contractor table saw is actually a type of table saw. I've actually managed to play on the words and actually say this is a guide for DIY contractors, aka people who actually do DIY and will be using this table saw on a daily basis. Moving on to the real-time walkthrough. So updating the title tag is very straightforward. In the last video, I showed you how to install Yoast SEO, and there's a dedicated section right here for the SEO title. You're always going to see these pre-defaults already selected, title, page separator, then site title, which is what we can see is what we have at the moment in Google. So this is how our page will look. We don't want to be using this generic thing whatsoever. Let's go ahead and use one of the ones which I've just ran through in the video. I think I'm going to go for the top one as I quite like this one. So I'm going to copy that and literally just paste that in here like so. And as you can see, it's under the title character limit. We haven't gone over that, so nothing's going to get cut off on Google. Then once you've done that, you want to go ahead and click update. And that's how easy it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.